In this video, we're going to look at how to create a risk assessment. So if we go ahead and go into the Risk Assessments tab, at the top we've got the option to add a new risk assessment. So here we can start filling in the details of the risk assessment. So you can select the assessment type. At the moment, the system supports the basic Scout Association format, as well as the COVID restart risk assessments. The category field can be used for categorizing the risk assessment for easier finding later on. And you can specify which section this risk assessment applies to. You can set the review period either by month, or you can set a custom review date. And once you've finished filling in the details, just click Save to create the risk assessment. So with the risk assessment created, we can now start adding risks to it, and we can do that in one of two ways. We can either add a new risk, which brings up the new risk form, which you can then fill in with the details. Once you finish filling in the details for the risk, just click Save to add it to the risk assessment. The other way to add risks to a risk assessment is to add existing risks from your library. So we can search our library by using the custom search builder. For example, if we want to find all the risks which affect just young people, and then you can select which risks you want to add to the risk assessment. You then have two options. You can either add the selected to assessment, or you can copy selected to assessment. If you add to the assessment, then if you update that risk in the risk library, then any risk assessment which you have added that risk to will be updated. If you want to create a copy of the risk and then alter it slightly but without altering any other risk assessments which are using that risk, then you can copy to the risk assessment to create a new copy of that risk which you can then update without affecting any other risk assessment. And once you've finished adding all the risks you want to from the library, you can then close this window. So we now have our completed risk assessment.